It's not about having the openness to cheat. It's not about having more people. It's not about being sneaky. It's about defining what we are investing in people, why we're sharing our time, our presence, our efforts with a particular person or people, depending on what your relationship is. I don't know. Because if we don't, why would people get married versus date for years? Why would people build assets with other people who show no commitment to their purpose? Why would people aim for a better career if there were no pros for leveling up to something better or bigger? It's gonna get real in this episode. A lot of y'all may not like what I'm going to say, but it needs to be said because I think a lot of people are getting comfortable in not calling a thing, saying what it actually is, but floating through time and life with people whose purpose is not aligned with their purpose. And then when they want change and they're ready for change, and that person is looking at them like, for what? We never talked about changing anything. When did I tell you I was going to be ready for change when you were ready? They want to get bitter. They want to get loud. They want to get angry. But you never set the tone for you and this other person. You were floating comfortably with this person, and you got to a point where you want something different. You want something more, or you want something less than what they're wanting. And now y'all gotta separate. Somebody gotta stop and somebody gotta go. Red light, green light. And it's a conversation that has to happen. This is She Gets It Podcast. I'm Shan. What's up? So let's be real. This ain't about feelings, it's about facts, all right? And in the U.S., that's where I live. I don't know where you are listening, but in the U.S., if you're not married illegally, documented-wise, courthouse-wise, you are single. Don't fight me. Fight your tax lady. Fight your insurance. You are single, okay? There are benefits that you get legally in the U.S. for being married versus being single or living with someone, or what you guys call it, shacking up. There are different benefits for certain things, right? And there are different reasons why people don't want to legally get married, but do life as if they are married. That's not my business, that's your business, right? But I'm just stating the facts. And if you're just dating, separate homes, dating, or you live together dating, or you pay bills together, guess what? You're still single. Now, if you would like to say, no, because I'm choosing to like this person, because I'm choosing to see this person every day, I'm not single, because I'm choosing to commitment-wise, honesty-wise, trust-wise, only deal with this person in a sexual manner, I'm not single. That's you saying you are not single. That's you declaring it, but legally, you are still single. The other person, if they are declaring you as their go-to person, as their only person that they deal with in a relationship romantic sense, that's fine. Those are called your feelings. And you are what? Still single. That is just what it is. Now, I know a lot of y'all be like, no, because common law, this. Listen, common law marriage ain't recognized in every state, okay? Again, mofos that want to fake marriage with the slight benefits of what people get in a marriage. Now, do what you do. Again, not my business. I'm just stating the facts. If you are dating exclusively, committed to each other in a honest, purpose-filled way, unified, okay? Meaning you got goals with that person, a time frame full of standards with that person, values that you both accept from each other, and things that you won't accept happening with each other, right? But you have a time on things. Eventually, those two people want something more together. Eventually, those two people want to choose each other to grow in life. Eventually comes closer than we can talk about later. You know what I'm saying? There's consistent talks. There's action being done to show like this person wants to marry you in 2 years. This person, you know, time frame for us, I'm giving us 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is, right? That involves an agreement of integrity, okay? I just feel like today too many people want what marriage looks like, but not the marriage. And I feel like that's where, if you are a person that wants a marriage, but you've been playing house too long, that's where you shoot yourself in the foot, okay? And I'm going to talk about it after we get back from these messages. What up? I just want to let y'all know that the girl got new merch. So put in She Gets It shop to find the new merch. Hoodies on there, new masks, sweatshirts on there, mugs, and some t-shirts, and I think a long sleeve top is on there. Still got the shot glasses up for y'all motherfuckers that like to drink. Whoop whoop! Now I could drink brown liquor without worrying about third human being. Yay, 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 yay. But I'm not really a drinker like that, y'all. I like my liver, and I want a good liver. Therefore, yeah, that ain't me. Me drinking is like a lightweight white woman. I don't know what it is. I cannot handle, okay? I need to be in the vicinity of my home, and I might throw that shit back, okay? I might throw that shit back in my house, though, because I need to be as close to my bed as possible. Anyway, back to the show. I had Shouty to my right, leaning on me on my stool in the studio type shit. And I'm just like, Ari, you can't lean on me while I record. And she was just like, I'm not. My neck just hurts. I'm just like, girl, go lie down and leave me alone. So I had to go to commercial for that. So let me get y'all part 2, because we were childly interrupted because the girl was just being extra clingy today, and I just can't. That's what happens when you have girls be extra clingy. The Lord is having a nice laugh. Well, back to the show. All right, y'all. So earlier when I was saying there are too many people out here wanting what marriage looks like, but not a marriage, let me explain myself. All right. So for instance, I will never expect someone to cook for me every day of the week and we're not married. I would never expect someone to pay my bills and we are not married. I would not expect someone to go on family vacations with me or take family-like photos if we are not married. I'm not expecting someone to enjoy the holidays with me every fucking year and we're not married. I'm not expecting someone to live with me and we are not married. I'm not expecting someone to fuck me every time, all the time when I want to, and we're not married. You do not owe me anything, sir. And I am not expecting someone to pay my phone bill because they like me a lot. I'm not expecting someone to be on my insurance or me be on their insurance because they get a benefit because they like me a lot. I'm not expecting none of that. All of that shit are the benefits that is supposed to come with someone who is married. That was the pro for your granddaddy and your father and your mother and your great grandma for being married to an individual. You get these things. Your life gets easier with these things when you're married, not when you like a person a lot, not because your great grandpa liked your grandma's frock. Like, that's not how that shit worked. And so I think today, too many people get in a relationship with someone and they do not have the proper discussion of what do you want? What do I want? What does that look like? And what's the time frame of these things? What is the expectation of these things? Y'all are floating in relationships because they look good and sometimes feels good. And because I spent X amount of time with this person, why would they want to leave and start over with someone else? We might as well do this because we've been here for so long. We might as well do this because we know each other for so long. That's dumb. That's called a gamble. Okay, and I don't know about you, but I'm not gambling my time on a maybe. I'm not gambling my time on a we'll see. I'm not gambling my time on a I've done everything right by this man. He's going to be with me. No, that man doesn't owe you anything. Okay? And that's the reality of it. That's the reality of it. I'm not washing no man's clothes whenever his clothes are dirty, when he has two hands that work. Get your single motherfucking hands up and come wash your shit. Because I don't live here. This is your place, not mine. Okay? If a man really wants you in his life in that way, to do more, to have the ease of having a partner, to have the ease of sharing adulting like things that he also has to do and pay for and be responsible for, then that is his pro list of marrying you. If you are giving a man all the pros of what would come if he marries you before he marries you, well, bitch, why would he marry you? He's already getting it. He's already getting it. You're already giving it to him. So if the goal was, I want to get married so I can be this for you, so we can do this for you, so our lives can look this way, but you've been playing house and your life has been looking how it would look if you got married already, why the fuck would he get married to you? Like, come on. Like, it be the easiest puzzles. Do you remember those puzzles in kindergarten that had the little stick that stuck up from the puzzle piece, and the puzzle piece that it went in was so big and wooden and obvious and hard, and all you had to do is just slide that motherfucker along it until it locked in? That be y'all problems, and that be the solution to your problems on why your puzzle looks like this. Your puzzle looks like that because you made it like that. Okay? It's not geometry, it's not algebra, it's not calculus on what your problems are. It's basic mathematics. All right? Why are y'all so scared of marriage? Why is it so easy for you to have kids by someone who is still questioning the benefit or the gain of you being their wife or their husband? Why? And I'm not saying this because everybody wants to be married, because Lord knows everybody does not want to be married. I'm sure some people are out here like me. I don't even know if that's something I really want, because I really haven't seen a marriage that I'm just like, damn, I wish I had that. You know what I'm saying? And the marriages that I have seen, they don't look appealing. They don't look appealing. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's threshold for bullshit is different. I know mine is hella different. Hella different. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell y'all a bit about, as a single woman, I know I'm not. Okay? Let me tell y'all the I know I'm not list. Okay? I know I'm not living with a single man ever in life. A single man will never ever be able to live with me. I never lived with any of my boyfriends I had in the past when I had them. I have stayed many nights, weeks at my old men's houses, apartments and things, but as far as like living together, my things and his things, no ma'am, no sir, we're not doing that. Okay. Cooking and cleaning consistently for a single man that I am not married to, no sir. Okay. Have I washed a man's clothes and been yelled at about it? Yes. Men are very picky about when they wash their shit. A lot of men don't wash their clothes every time they wear them. And I'm not just talking about denim. Like, a lot of men don't wash their shirts every time they wear them. They wash them a certain way. And my thing is like, girl, why were you doing that? And the old me is like, I don't know. I just wanted to help. Did he ask you for help? No. Doing too much, bitch. You're doing too much. I'm not doing that. A single man that I like a lot is not driving my car. Okay. Now, has one of my children's fathers drove my car while my brother had his truck in his shop working on it? Yes. And that is only because I knew that man stayed. I know where his mama stayed. I know what his first and last and middle name is. I know what his license is. And I know where his address is. Okay? I knew too much on this man for this man to go in. And I have this man's social. Like, sir, where are you going? Don't play with me. You know? And I allowed that. Right? As a single woman that is a mother also, any man I like a lot that is not my children's father is not allowed to be alone with my children. No, sir. We are not married. We are not in a union. I just like you a lot. That does not give you access to my children. Okay? That's a no for me. A lot of women are comfortable with their boyfriends watching their children. What? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. A lot of single women are comfortable with men sleeping over their house that they're dating or their boyfriend with, or, you know, that's their peen of the semester. I don't know. That's not happening, dog. Like, right now, we peen and go. Peen and go. My kids have never seen, is not gonna see, will never see you walk in and up out of here. No. It's just a standard of vivid shit that I don't want to feed my children, that this is okay. Because it took me a while to get to where I am about how I deal with men, right? Took me a lot of motherfucking cons to get where I am, right? But if you're not a important factor in my life, nobody needs to know your name. Nobody needs to know what we're doing. Nobody needs to know what we are. Nobody needs to know your face. Nobody needs to know when you're coming and when you're going. You are nobody to nobody that's somebody to me. You just deal with me. I deal with you. You leave here. You go about your business. Be blessed. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I do it right now, because I'm into calling the shit a shit. And if shit ain't shit, let's not call it shit. Let's not act like shit, because it ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? As a single woman, I know I'm not putting no man that I'm not married to on my car insurance, on my health insurance, on Nan insurance. Okay? If they sold Nan insurance, I will not put a man on Nan insurance. You know what I'm saying? Why do dumb women do this shit? You know how many times I get calls about insurers wanting to take their boyfriend or their girlfriend off of their policy? You know what happens in nasty divorces? One of the spouses, is that plural for that shit? I don't know. But one of them people, man or woman, calls in and be like, hey, I want to drop this truck. I want to drop this plup. And I want to drop this person's life insurance policy from my shit because I'm not paying for it without their notice, because legally they are still married. So either one of them can call in about those policies. Like, don't put your life in someone else's hands if you can't trust the hands that they're in. Okay? That's a motherfucking gem. You might want to back that button up and listen to that one more time. Don't put your life in someone's hands whose hands you cannot trust. There's too many single people out here doing married like shit. And even people who are married who sometimes end up in divorce do very spiteful shit because they rely on one person to hold all the important shit. Okay? I'm not introducing my friends to no man who ain't the man in my life that's annihilating all men. And I'm not talking kill. I'm just talking purpose. If I'm with the man, there is no need for my brother to come to my house to fix nothing. If I'm with the man, there's no need for my brother to need to fix nothing on my truck. You know what I'm saying? If I have a man in my life, there's no need for me to be paying a lawn guy to cut my lawn. Any position in my life that involves some type of manliness, man sweat, man parts, man peace, man strength, you it. And if you can't be it, you have no face, you have no name, nobody knows you except me, and I only see you in darkness. Darkness. That means after 10, you may come in. Before sun up, you better be out. Okay? That's how people need to be treated. Not because you have to be mean to them, but you have to be real with them. There is no extra that comes with this. When you come here, there is no, what you cook? Nothing. Nothing for you. Straight back. Straight back. That's where you going. Do less. Say less. I'm not discussing your life problems. I'm not being your therapist. I'm not here to make your life easier. You are here for pound cakes. I'm giving you cakes. That's what you deserve. This is an even exchange. Deuces and be blessed. Okay? That's it. I know people have needs that are single. That's fine. But I'm talking about all that extra ass shit that these single people be out here doing and wondering why somebody won't up the levels in engagement, up the levels in marriages, because you've been doing too much. Okay? There's no way at 34 that I can introduce a grown-ass man in my life as a boyfriend. What? I tell y'all this all the time. Boyfriend stops at 25. If you're smart. Okay? You either the man in my life, period, or you're not. And I'm very single. I don't care if you're my consistent peen. I don't care if I like you a lot. I don't care if you cool. I don't care if, I thought everything was going fine. Everything is fine. Everything's great. Shout out to Tony the Tiger. Frosted Flakes is motherfucking delicious. Okay? But let's be real. I'm still single. I'm always going to be single until I am married. I'm not doing all the extra ass shit. Okay? We can date. We can be exclusive. We can be honest. We can be giving. We can love on each other. We can have pound cakes. I will give you cakes. You can do the pounding. But as far as me doing more, I'm not. That's a benefit. That's a step up. Would you like a step up? This is the package deal that comes with a step up. That man is not paying my bills either. Because I don't like when men be dropping off wads of money just because. No, this just because ass shit comes with some stipulations. I'm not dumb. You're not paying my bills if we are not married. You're not disciplining my kids if we are not married. You're not meeting my kids until we are 6+ months in a very exclusive, committed relationship. Okay, I feel like a lot of women also introduce men that they like a lot to their kids too motherfucking soon. Okay? It's gonna take you at least 4 good, solid, consistent months of engagement and communication for you to vet somebody for real. Why would you introduce your kids in that time frame? Make it make sense. A lot of people don't really know who they're with until they're like 15 years in. And that's not just saying 15 years in a marriage. I'm talking about 15 years into knowing somebody, getting to know somebody. Because people are ever changing. Okay? Be picky. Be picky. If you're single, do single like shit. Don't be single doing married like shit. Because then you're going to be like, well, what's the point in getting married? What are the pros in getting married if you've been doing it already? Why should I get married? Well, if you're going to be doing this and this and this, you already been doing this and this and this. So again, I ask, what's the point in getting married? You're doing too much. You've been doing too much. Okay? For me, and this is for me, if a man wants more from me, let's talk about the step up from here and what we are doing and what my time frame is, okay? No one owes me anything, and I owe no single man shit. I don't owe you a date. I don't owe you my time. I don't owe you everyday phone calls. I don't owe you a text message back. I don't owe you you knowing my address. I don't owe you introducing you to my mother. I don't owe you coming to meet your parents. I don't owe none of that shit. Because to me, meeting someone's parents doesn't hold any weight. Because I've been around males without any integrity or standards who they'll take anybody to meet their parents. So me meeting someone's parents is not going to hit me like it be hitting a lot of these women out here. Okay. Hey, nice to meet you. Whoop-de-doo, like what the fuck? And? Like, next? Like, what does that mean? Ooh, you brought flowers. What book did you read that out of? Thank you. Doesn't mean anything. To me, marriage shit, even in marriage shit, I don't own my man. I will not own my husband in a marriage. That man is still an individual. That man still has his own mind. That man still has his own opinions. But respectable wise, he will share his thoughts with me. As my husband, I will come to him before I make permanent choices in my life, because I am not by myself. I am in a union with another person. Okay? A husband shows leadership. A husband has integrity. A lot of these males out here talking about, oh, you can never be my bitch. Who was trying to be your bitch? What are the pros of being your bitch? Especially when you got the most committed bitch doing the most for you, yet you are here, yet you are in another bitch's face, yet you are having other bitches that you're around. So you're showing, even men like that, you're constantly showing women who you are around that even if that woman was to ever be committed to you, you would dog her like she ain't shit when she's doing her best and her most. So again, I ask, why would a woman peeping that about you and your character ever do right by you, ever give you her best? She'll be a fucking fool. And a lot of men don't see the flip side of their own doing. A lot of people teach people who they spend time around what their character is, and then wonder why that person doesn't go hard for them anymore. Because that same person that be seeing your character from a distance and seeing what you do behind someone who will do anything for you and you still treat them like shit, peep game. They can't be fool number two. Not fooling with you. Are you crazy? Okay? I'm not chasing nobody. That's another thing I'm not doing. I'm not chasing nobody. Let your wants be known. Women, let your wants be known. Okay? He should allow his wants to be known by you. All right? Let's keep it clear. Okay? I want to be married within X amount of years. Whatever that number is for you, let that be known if that man asks. But if that man doesn't ask, stop springing up this statement on men who's not interested yet or don't even know if they interested yet. But I guarantee you, if a man is interested and is looking at you or thinking about you in a married-like manner, he will ask you. So, for you, what does marriage look like? For you, when do you think you would like to be married? I'm telling you, a man that wants to be married, he's going to do the marriage questions first. A man that doesn't want to be married to you will be quiet on that shit. Quiet. If that man never brought up the conversation of that shit, that's not something he wants with you. Don't let him say, eventually I might want it. Trash. Garbage. Lies. Okay? When a man wants marriage, he lets that shit be known. On his time. Okay? Just because you like a man doesn't mean that man works for you and he's on your clock. Okay? Don't be frogger out here. Don't be too jumpy on shit. Okay? I want a home instead of a wedding. That's a conversation because some men like to be flashy about their wedding and their special events. For me personally, I would take a home, a property owned, acres, instead of a honeymoon and a wedding over any day. Any day. I have never sat and looked at wedding rings. I've never been, in the mood to, with my person at the time, let's go look at rings. For what? For what? My grandparents got married years ago. Had 13 kids. 2 gold plain ass motherfucking bands. It's not the ring that makes the marriage great. It's the purpose behind the ring. It's the respect and the integrity and the responsibility that comes with that marriage that that person takes good care of that I'm more focused about. I don't care about a ring. I don't even wear rings. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on an asset. Something that my husband and I, family-wise, can benefit from, can use, can be comfortable in. I'm not, if I was to get married, because like I said, it's still a question mark for me. I'm just like, is it a vacation that we want together? We could do that anytime after we mesh our lives together. Like, a lot of people are taking away the exciting, good parts of a marriage and doing it in a boyfriend-girlfriend way and making it very not special. Imagine this. Imagine you did all the marriage-like shit with all your boyfriends and your girlfriends, and then when you get married, there's nothing exciting about what you're doing in your marriage with the person that you committed yourself to anymore, because you've been doing it with boyfriends and girlfriends. What's so special? What makes you so special? What makes you so special? You know what I'm saying? I want assets my family can pass down. Can't do that with a boyfriend and girlfriend. That's marriage shit. I want someone who equally wants good health, so we can get old together and see our grandchildren. If a man is not taking care of his body at the time that I'm taking care of my body, are we getting married so I could be your widow? Are we getting married and my kids become your kids and your kids become my kids so you can leave me to take care of these kids? Like, it sounds dark. It sounds crazy, but it's real shit. It's real shit. And just be mindful, anybody close to you can take an insurance policy out on you. So let's say you're not ready to commit to a woman or a man that's been taking care of you, living life and responsibility-wise with you, and want something more, and you don't want to take that step of marriage. They might get in on the back end, and the back end might be that life insurance policy. And if you go out, they pick up their reward for the time spent. So I ask you, like, what's the benefit of doing married like shit when you're single? Like, what? I want someone who also doesn't want any debt. I want someone who wants multiple streams of income so they can relax more as they age and get older. That's marriage shit. I don't want to do that with someone that feels like they can walk out my life with ease whenever they want. I don't want to do that with someone who's not committed to me. Like, I am so into doing less for people who deserve less. That's like one of my favorite things to do. Say less, do less, text less, respond less, reach out less. Know you could do something way better, but give them less. Like, what? Save that energy. I want vacations with my husband. And I tell people this, like, I've never vacationed with a boyfriend ever. And I'm kind of glad I haven't, because to me, the shit that goes in with being on vacation with anybody is a lot of time spent, a lot of different environments, a lot of different ways you can see a person's character, a lot of different things you can peep. And I don't want no surprises with a boyfriend on a vacation. I want to be on vacation with my husband. Like, what? If I'm going to be irritated at all, if I'm going to be happy and not want the vacation to end, I want to be able to go home with this person. I want to be able to see this person on Tuesday when we go back to work. I want to chill and relax and recoup on Monday with my husband, not my boyfriend. Like, what? And I'm not knocking nobody that likes to go on vacation with their boyfriend or their girlfriend. Do your thing. I'm just saying, personally, I'm not doing all of that shit with a single motherfucker. I'm not. I want continuous dates with my husband. Like, you ever, this is the annoying thing that I do from time to time. You ever think of some of the most sentimental, damn, I actually took the time to do that for that person, ass shit. And you think about how this person's not even in your life anymore. And you're like, damn, I wish I never did that. Not because they didn't deserve it at the time, just because it means nothing now. It means nothing now. Because they're not around. You're no longer investing in them. They're no longer investing in you. And it's just effort wasted. It's just thoughts wasted. It's art projects wasted. It's money wasted. So to me, it's kind of like, I only want to invest in people who are going to be pivotal in my life as I grow. I don't want to invest in questionable people. I don't. I want peace and I want growth with my husband. Not a boyfriend. Not a fling. Not somebody I was lusting for a summer. So whenever you hear someone saying, if you're not married, you're single, they're fucking right. Now, whether you get mad or upset about how they say it, or when they say it, or to who they say it to, those are your feelings. And it's okay for you to have your feelings. But they're still right. Legally, they're still right. You being exclusive and making a commitment to somebody who is single, and them telling you that they agree, telling you that they're also committed and exclusive to you, is cute. Ooh, it's nice to, have that trust in someone who's very single to be and do those things. But if they don't do those things and they are not those things, and the integrity is one day not there, the honesty is one day not there, they don't owe you shit. Yeah, they were dishonest. Yeah, they could have told you the truth. But legally, they don't owe you anything. And so I say this so people can stop getting their lives wrapped up in temporary people or people who consistently show you that you are temporary, that the respect is not there, that the integrity is not there, that what you thought you wanted with this person is not going to happen. So ask yourself, is it worth the wasted weight? Is it worth the wasted effort? Are you happy in the process of what you're doing? If what you're doing today meant nothing next week or tomorrow or next year or 2 months from now, was it worth it? And if thus far it is not, stop wasting your time. Not for me, not for them, for yourself. And that goes for a man or a woman. I'm just saying, like, there's a reason why you do certain things when you're single that you don't do when you're married. And there's a reason why things you do in a marriage you don't do when you're single. Like, we all been to a car wash. Don't you see the 3 tiers of how you can get that shit washed, waxed, and vacuumed to perfection? There are levels. If Coach costs the same amount that first class costs, why the fuck are there less seats in first class than there are in Coach? Why are the seats different? Why is the service different? Why is the boarding of that plane different if everything should stay the same? Or the same benefits that people are getting in first class, everybody else should get in Coach. There are levels to everything. Magnet schools, private schools, Montessori schools, public schools, free pre-K, government assistance. There are levels to everything. Steak at Outback Steakhouse versus going to Ruth Chris. I don't know. There's levels to everything. You in charge of you. Make levels to you. And stop giving everybody first class when they deserve cockpit. Or they deserve Coach. Or they deserve to use the bathroom in the back. I don't know. Like, just for the first time in your life, doing less and saying less and giving less is the best thing you can do for yourself. It is. It is. My intentions were not to be negative on y'all Monday. But yes, today is another glorious Monday that I took off from the white man's work. And I'm enjoying it because as a single mom, as a single woman, I don't really go out anywhere. I don't like people like that. The last vacation I had, my oldest was 2. She turned 8 this year. So that already sets the tone for that. I am not in a relationship with anyone. I am very single. I've never been on a date. I have no want to be on a date. There is nobody in my life that I'm just like, I want to go out to eat with you. I want to go on a date with you. Like, no, there's nobody. But that's one of my, I'm not even going to say resolution. It's not a New Year's resolution, but that's something I want to do more next year. Because it's not that I feel a push that I have to or I need to rush and find somebody. It's just that I don't feel like I've been giving myself a fair chance to see different. Even though I'm not knocking the fact that there is a possibility of different, or there possibly is space for someone to possibly impress me, I'm just not hopeful about it. I'm not excited about it, but I am willing to see about it. If that makes sense. But as far as like this single shit, I'm very aware of what a man will get from me in my singleness. And I'm very aware of what a man will get from me that I'm married to. And I will never mix the two. Ever. So if you want more, do what's required for the more. If you're okay with less, enjoy your less. But there is no in between. There is no halfway. There is no, I need to see what that's like. I need to be around what that's like. Or the people that be like, you gotta live with a person first before you. Who? You know how many men's apartments I've been to? Not like that, but just like seeing how they live, seeing how they grocery shop, see how they treat their cars versus their mom, see how they talk or they bitch about their mom calling them because they need help. Hear how they talk about the people they call their, favorite cousin or friend in their absence. Like, live with them to peep what? I've seen what I needed to see. Like the illusions that people create in order to say, I need to do this, or I need to see this, or I need to, give it this many months, or I need to give it this many years before I make a decision is bullshit. It's bullshit. Okay, so if it's illusions that you're chasing, enjoy. If it's reality that you want, is going to be very quiet because not everybody's ready to embrace and live fully in their reality that nobody's coming to save you. There's no man coming or prince coming to rescue you from your bullshit. And good people are attracted to people who are happy and complete already. Good people are wanting to be around good vibes and no negativity. And we're not saying that you can't have a bad day, because I have bad days. We're not saying that you can't be upset sometimes. You can be upset. But as far as like you being upset and your respect for another individual, if that shifts at the same time and you are not adult enough to check that shit, just be single until the casket drop. Be single until the casket drop, because what I'm not about to do is deal with someone who can't control themselves in their different waves of emotions. Because life is a wave, and it's not always going to be good. It's not always going to be great. It's not always going to be shitty. It's not always going to be dark. It's not always going to be sunshines, glizzies, and nonstop steak. It's just not. But in every wave, you can't be disrespecting and mistreating the people who are fucking for you and expect them to be smiley faces all the fucking time about you. Make it make sense. Anyway, I feel like I've been talking too long. Y'all enjoy y'all Monday. Y'all know I usually give y'all a short episode, but this was kind of long. So enjoy, and I'll check y'all on a Wednesday with another one, because the girl likes to talk. Peace. This is the part where I'm supposed to tell y'all where to find me. You can find me at Shambi Podden, okay? Shambi Podden. Google She Gets It shop for merch. I updated the merch. It got this cute little sweater on there. New IG Shambi Podden. Twitter Shambi Podden. Stereo is still She Gets It Pod. Catch Loudmouth Stereo on there every Saturday at 9:30. The Real Relationship Report has one more episode coming up this week, Friday. Other than that, peace and all that shit.
Subscribe now.